Hey, you wanna know what's crazy? Me and my niggas used to be talking about like how we gonna make it out the hood, like what we gonna do with the money and shit. And it was like one day my big brother told me like, you gonna make it out this shit. So I just took that and ran with it.
Baby, I just can't fuck. I did not come here to love, no. Everybody who was hate, middle fingers are like fuck y'all. Tell my niggas every day, everybody ain't like us, no. Wanna know why you ain't around? That's because I don't trust y'all. No, they mad as hell because the kid made it. Bitches on my dick because the kid famous. Word around town that I be lacking. 30 papa, they don't know the kid gang. Handgun on every nigga that I came. Run up on me, I had to make a fame. I done had plans, had to rearrange. Say he had a name, well we had to change. He wasn't thinking right, so we left him brain. Baby, I just can't fuck. I did not come here to love, no. Everybody who was hate, middle fingers are like fuck y'all. Tell my niggas every day, everybody ain't like us, no. Wanna know why you ain't around? That's because I don't trust
I do this shit for all my kinfolks. Cause family matters, Laura Winslow. You make it hard when it's so simple. I might just pull up in a rental. We know so we rides in the window. I might just pop up me no pinto. These streets will make you go mental. I wish a nigga would like pencil. That's when shit ain't get ugly and it's We pull up shooting everybody but babies. Leave you swimming in your blood, but this ain't Treyway. That's your bitch, I hit it first, but I ain't Ray J.
Baby, I just can't fuck. I did not come here to love, no. Everybody who was hate, middle fingers are like fuck y'all. Tell my niggas every day, everybody ain't like us, no. Wanna know why you ain't around? That's because I don't trust y'all. Ay, why name me out mouth and we do not discuss y'all. I'm a wavy ass nigga, they gon' hate on me, brush y'all. He ain't cut from his fucking family tree, just branch off. And if a nigga got a problem, then them problems will get solved. I don't even know what I did to them, yo. Ballin', I don't even need a gym, yo. Let them cross me over, let's just in the gym, yo. Baby, I just can't fuck. I did not come here to love, no. Everybody who was hate, middle fingers are like fuck y'all. Tell my niggas every day, everybody ain't like us, no. Wanna know why you ain't around? That's because I don't trust y'all.
Salute, salute, salute. How's everybody this evening? Hey, those that are coming in, what's up? Hey, Mika. Salute to all my subscribers, my supporters, especially my mods. You know, they're coming in, they're coming here. You might not be getting the notifications because the address is moving to a different sector. It's like it's on different things, you know what I'm saying? So it's not the regular scheduled program like y'all be getting. But at the same time, hope y'all had a good night, good evening. You know, I had a good day. Can't believe tomorrow we got to go back to work. You know, those that had to work today, salute y'all. I was off. You know what I'm saying? I was off on this Labor Day. Hope y'all had a good Labor Day, good holiday, whatever. You know. So back to my subs. You know, my new supporters. Salute to y'all. You know, thank you for subscribing to me. Hello, promo doctor. Salute to you. I'm glad you came. I definitely need you up here. So I'm trying to reach to 1,000 subs. I'm close to reaching that. So thank y'all for subbing, and I got a lot of things coming. Hope y'all like the shorts. My personality, is winning. So I have a vision of something, so I just put it on there. So let's get it. Let's get it. Tonight we're talking about relationships. Soon as Mika get up here and a couple others get up here, we'll start this thing tonight. Please put some likes when you come in, and those in the bushes. People got school. People got, they got to work tomorrow. So I know I get it, but I had to sneak this live in. You know, there's certain people that's going through in relationships, singleness, people that are building, finding that new love. So there's also situations where, like you have your female friend, or your male friend, what I'm saying, and you in a relationship. So we're gonna talk about all that tonight. You know, um, hope y'all had a good like evening, having a good evening. Hope y'all had a good day. I'm getting distracted, so forgive me. Don't think I'm stuttering or nothing like that. Y'all be on some bullshit. Hey, Mika,
Hey,
how you doing? How was your
just
day?
chilling. I'm relaxing.
That's what's up. I'm glad you got up here. So there's just a lot of things we're gonna talk about. You know, um, I would love promo to come up here. You know, um, People gonna catch the replay, so don't worry about what's going on tonight. That replay is very vicious, but at the same time, let's talk about building. You heard what I was talking about, right? We're talking about building, singleness, um, and those that have like a side friend and you're in a relationship. Is it right? Is it good or bad? You know what I'm saying? So let's get it. Let's get it. So Mika, tell me about let's start with building. When you begin, and when I'm talking about building, I'm talking about when you meet that first person and you guys that have an agreement, you decide to we want to work this out. We want to see where it can go. So how do you go about building? How do you expect it? Like, what are you looking for? You understand what I'm saying? So say for instance, you meeting somebody and they're interested in you and they decide, you know what, I want to go further, so let's work this thing out. So how do you go about that?
Let me. I'm trying to put it in the best way to say it because I really don't want to sit and throw off everybody on the words I'm saying.
Right, right.
Um, but the best way to do that is if
So,
that person you want to be together, they you can either move to where they are or they move to you, and y'all live in one house, and y'all can try to start building together by if the person doesn't have that much, you are the person that's going to help them to get where they need to get and help them to build with you and make it a better household for both of you.
okay, I like that. And that's what you just said. A lot of people some agree, some don't, when it comes to certain things like that, but you do gotta search out, like the background. But like a lot of people don't really be doing that though. They don't be really searching backgrounds on YouTube. It is like that, but in general real life, people don't be doing it. They be going by, okay, I trust you. I'm gonna, then they end up checking out the person later on. So I think it's wise, to start, checking out, the person that you're interested in, as you're building, you know,
But
um,
can I say something, King? It's just you got to understand this. When you're trying to build something with somebody, you got to get to know them first before you even just thinking,
right,
okay, I trust you like now, and you move in with
right.
the person, and the person could be a total idiot and do all kinds of crazy stuff, and you would be like, oh crap, why did I trust myself to think this person is going to be that person for me, and it could be a wrong person.
And that's goes with, checking out the background and investigating, you know what I'm saying? And also too, it's not just that part, that's what's so YouTube-ish. But as far as like, how are you with, if you're a single parent or whatever, or how are you with children? How are you with other families? It goes with all that when you start to build. Is the family gonna like the person you bring home? And some people are not like close to the parents. Like, what I'm saying, the old traditional way where it's like, you got the parents there and they sit there and they get to decide if, he's can be in the family or she can be in the family. You know, some of that is lost right now. But as far as building, like online and stuff like that, it is kind of hard, you know, um, because it's like you're dealing with, the many, okay, I shall say like, so subs and, cloud and peoples and stuff like that. So online is kind of hard to build, but you can make it happen if you make it real. If you sincere and you want to keep your business off of YouTube. And holding accountability. I made mistakes putting, relationships on YouTube. Well, one, and it backfired. So that's one thing about building, like when you're meeting people, when you be meeting people online or in, saying offline, is this it goes with trusting, learning to trust that person and just go with the punches. Just like, back in the days it was like that. It wasn't like how tense it is now. Right now it's like, saying they got their eye open and like, checking every part of that person. And a lot of reasons why, saying? Certain situations happen, you know, um, dude has a okay, give you an example, bad criminal. He goes into the store, you didn't know that this nigga's a shoplifter. You know what I'm saying? So you with a dude that, stealing and stuff or a scam artist. So you definitely do gotta check the background, on certain situations when it's like when it's the way you meet the person too. You know, certain frequencies and of that person, the way he's speaking, you can determine pretty much, what kind of person it is. But usually the women can't see that. You know what I'm saying? Right? It's like we all had like the bad relationships and chose the wrong person. When you start building. So like, we all had that. But at the same time, like, um, just learning to like, I guess, like, know that person more, and it's really in person as well. I know it's on. I'm going back and forth. I'm going into reality. I mean, well, offline, and I'm going online. So I'm gonna talk about the online. It is kind of tough. Because sometimes you gotta, if you don't catch them offline, you always gotta go to, where you met them from, and it's like a cat and mouse and cat game. You know what I'm saying? So and it starts trusting too. So that person can, just because that person say, "Oh, you're beautiful," or you cute and all that stuff, that male cannot take it to where like, that girl's flirting with them. Sometimes emojis can get people in trouble too. So any questions, love?
None that I can think of right now, but I'll come back with the question in a few minutes.
Okay, now even when you were saying like, you try to take that chance to move in with each other, and somebody might have less than the other, you know, and I guess that goes with communication and knowing, and you taking that risk, So some people do that. It takes a risk and see if that, if it's compatible. I mean, I guess they try to see if it's I don't know if they try to see if it's compatible to take chances like that, because I wasn't, in that figuration of that type of transition, it's professional trying to put it together, but I was in that type of thing, y'all. So like my mind, when it came to that, it's like I put full on trust, and it was like different from like me and you, Mika, like like in the past, just meeting, just up, front type thing, what I'm saying, compared to online. So online is totally different compared to in real life. So it's like okay, like I would rather okay, the people that do meet online, I wish I met them offline instead of online sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So, but it's not like that no more. Things have changed, So technology has taken the dating scene, taken the marriage scene, taken all that. So that's why I'm speaking more online than just face to face in person. Um, I guess I guess online is more informational, that you can get more information with the person when you meet that person, because basically you can, get their see what they've been doing, from Facebook. You can read from high school or things, and it's like you trolling in a certain way to get to know this person, you know. So it's like it's different than in real life. It is. Oh, hold on. I'm sorry. I'm trying. I forgot, y'all. I forgot. Salute, promo doctor.
Salute, salute.
I'm sorry I had you waiting. I was just rumbling.
Oh no, it's cool. No worries.
So yeah, we're talking. I'm just, tonight is just, one of the relationship blogs I have to do. For the new people that's coming in. You know, um, it's climbing. The subscribers are climbing. I'm trying to reach 1,000.
Oh really? Oh, look at you. You doing good.
You see, just ride it out. So like, I'm trying to like, okay, like, so give me, so like, ha, most of the people that you met, and I don't want to say most, I don't know how many partners, but have they been met online or in real life? I'll
um,
start with I'll start with Mika first. I'll start with Mika. I have you think, because you just got up here. So Mika, what do you you know, how many do you think in real life to you don't have to say any numbers or nothing like that. I'm just saying, what do you just like yes? I mean like more online and less on real life. So just which one?
I mean, I can
Mika,
tell you that I met more people offline than online because I'm just old school like that. But
yeah.
as the years became more tech savvy, then yeah, then I didn't have the luxury of meeting people in person because I was just busy with school and things like that. So it was a lot more convenient for me to try to meet people online. And I fight with myself with this because I'm like, well, were they more authentic in person or online? Because at the end of the day, people could tell you whatever they want to tell you, right? Like regardless. I think you have a better hands-on judgment if they were in front of you, just based on body language, of course. Online, you don't know what they look like unless you guys are doing like a live feed with each other in one way or another. Um, but I would definitely, just to answer your question, yeah, definitely in person up until I'd say mid 2000s,
Mid two
teens,
thousand.
and well, and more in the teens, yeah, of the
Okay.
2000s, yeah.
Yes, that's about right with me. Like in the '90s and stuff like that. It was like we were young. It was like different. You know, so it's like and it's like face to face. It was no online, nothing like that. As growing up, it was just straight up gutter. They had a thing called MySpace. I never got into that though.
MySpace, I did get on quite briefly, but I used to be on this chat. It was like a phone chat. I don't know if you remember. Only old school people
Yes,
remember this.
I remember the chat line.
Yes,
Yeah, how you
I
could
do
call
too.
in. That was
Yeah,
so funny.
I think that was awesome though. It's like like it's better than online in a way, but now it's like you got to see the face, the lips, the nose, the where you from. They have the location on the chat line. They didn't have it. All you had was like a couple of numbers where you can go into the next room or something like that.
Yeah, and then after a while, they started using walkie-talkies. I don't know if they were doing that everywhere, but if you had a walkie-talkie, you could connect on the same frequency as somebody else, and you'd just
Yes.
be talking to them. I mean, this is way old school. Like, if you know, you know. But yeah.
Well, like okay, in the mid let's see, what was it? 2000? No, 2000. Oh Lord, wait a minute,
Yeah, it
2000
was like
and
late 90s
2003.
going into 2000. Yeah.
They had the chirp, wasn't it? Like the chirp where you can chirp somebody down the block. It was like walkie talkies.
Uh-huh. Yep, yep, yep.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah, I remember that.
Because
Yeah. See,
it was
like, so
like,
the communication is like way, is different now.
mm-hmm.
So that's what
Exactly.
I'm speaking about tonight. It's like then you have the online where it's like you can just, there's dating sites you can download and stuff, and then you got to put your profile in. You got to actually dox yourself. You know, you got to dox yourself on them dating sites, and for you to even talk to anybody now. Some of them got where you got to take a picture, face recognition, stuff like that. See if it's the same you as the picture.
Oh,
I'm like,
wow.
yeah, what kind of dating site is this?
And then you
So
got
yeah,
Facebook who have a dating site now too, that you
What?
can meet people on Facebook.
No.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Wow. So, like, if we had to take a blast from the past, do you think it was more risky doing that chat room thing, like on the phone, you know, or just dating online through these apps? Like, which one do you guys is thinking is more risky?
It was more risky for the chat line because
Yeah.
Try to have more. Mm-hmm.
so many catfishes on there.
It was so many. You had men on women's side, women on women's, the male side. You didn't know which is which.
Yeah. And you'd be like going by a nice voice and stuff like that. Oh, okay, I like your voice. Maybe sounding all nice and stuff.
And it's not even, yeah, and it's a guy that's on the woman's side trying to be a woman, and a guy can think that, and a woman could go on talking, and it could be a woman on the man's side trying to be a man. I'm like,
Wow, that's
Lord have
right.
mercy.
Yeah.
That was
I
so
remember all
crazy.
that. Salute to everybody that's coming in here. Godbody, Dana Jackson, those in the bushes, newcomers, salute, salute. I bet you're like, what is this? It's pretty much I do a lot of different things on this channel. I'm trying to get the direction that you want. I'm not for myself on content like that. I'm more on trying to build for others, but I'm not looking for, like disrespect on my channel. You know what I'm saying? I'm not looking for anybody to overcharge my channel and stuff like that. I want it decent in order. You know, I got, like Promo Doctor, I got Mika, and I got a couple other mods that support, and I'm just looking for like, I want y'all to grow. That's to grow with me and let's grow together. I'm not trying to have all the profanity on here either. I know I have a cussing tongue sometimes. Please forgive me, but just help me to be more professional. But salute to everybody here tonight.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
okay, so Mika, you there?
Yes, I'm here.
So explain. Okay, now I'm gonna go into the category of singleness. So like, what do you prefer to be single or you prefer to be in a relationship? Is it
It depends on the relation on how it's supposed to be because you can be in a relationship with a person that is there for you, but if you're in a relationship with a person that's not there for you, then it's better off for you being single.
like that's true. That's true. Like
Because
bad energy.
if they're only there for themselves, they're talking about themselves only and not even recognize that you're there, or if you have a child that's there too, you and it's only about them, then it's not worth your time to be sitting there with that person. You just would rather be single.
True. And a lot of people are like that today. They've been through like past, abuse, verbal abuse, um, single, like being like evicted, and like there's a lot of different scenarios where they want to stay single. So now they're building themselves up. They got into a place to where they don't want to, to let nobody mess that up. You gotta understand. Women love stability. That's one thing they want is stability. So when they do get to themselves and get it on their own, and these men don't understand why they act in certain ways, it's because of stability. It's like if you can't provide for it, they get closed in, and they do want love. They do want to be touched. They want that, but it's up to the man most of the time. Because when you start talking to these women, they might be strong minded and stuff like that, but when you really, really talk to them, they break down and they become like, sweethearts, teddy bears. They want love. You be like, dang, you were just frowning a little, but now you just, cuddable. So they give in to, what I'm saying, if it feels right, so I definitely understand you, Mika. You know, um, like me, um, I've been, I talk to people when I'm talking to one. She's awesome. She's very incredible, and I, it's like, how should I say, like, she's a start, and it's begin building. We learn to trust each other. We still got like bumps and bruises in the beginning, but it's being ironed out. But other than that, it's just like you gotta desire that, man. You gotta desire something that will come to you. There's people that will come to you if you desire a good woman. And God will provide. It happens. It's just that you got to have a clear mind. Even you women, even you, Mika. Like there's good men out there. It's just up to you to like ease your heart. Soon as you um, soon as you ease your heart, and but don't pull your guard down either. Keep being you. That's what's holding your stability. But at the same time, don't be so harsh on some men that are looking for love and looking to take on the full plate, whatever you got, you know. But it's hard to find those in both sides. Don't believe it when it be like just a whole bunch of single women, out there with no man and stuff like that. That's not true. They can really pick up anybody they want. They really can. It's just that they're hurt, and that's how they twist it up. Like, oh, these women, and they make fun of the women that pick me nows and stuff like that. It's the reason for everything, but it's just understanding the whole circumstance. You understand the damage. She can look good, but her heart is damaged. She can have a nice house, but her heart is damaged. So it's like the man has to help build that heart, and it goes where the woman trusts him. But it's like I said, it's like playing catch 22 out here. And salute to those that are married for for a long time, and you continue to be that way. You do not want to get into this energy of loneliness and singleness, and also don't take down anything either if it's not working. But at the same time, like you just continue to, you know, keep your household. You the men of the house and the woman there supporting. Continue to stay strong because singleness is no joke. Don't go out there. Don't be like, I wish I could be single. There's women I heard her say that, and they have a good man at home. And it's like it's silly, silly women. Even these men that got a good woman at home, but one she's not, the full sex appeal that he desires, and goes out and just makes more families. So it's a lot. It's a lot. So any questions? Any questions, Mika? I know she be in and out, y'all. You don't be hearing her?
No, it's not in and out. But I was thinking of a question. That's why I didn't say much when you were talking. Would you ever date a person that is like that catfishes you?
Oh shit, I did. Like, so you talking about like okay, like what do you mean?
Oh, okay. In a way, what I'm meaning, if a person would you talk to this person is a nice person, but when you look at their pictures, not the same picture as when you see them in person.
Okay, yes, and I did that before, and I did it before. Say it like that. I did it before. We all know that. Got it from an avatar. Say so. Yeah, it can happen. It's like I accept it. You know, um, I'll tell you another story, but I accept it, and and I shouldn't accept it, but I did. But I just took a chance. Like sometimes, like I said, it's like everybody, wants love, and you wonder why they go through the extreme. You know, so I just give my heart it, and I get soft hearted and stuff.
You have that kind heart that you'll give anybody a chance instead of even really seeing the real picture of that person. Because you will say, you know what, even though you have avatar up there. You have that, you have a nice heart. You, the way you're talking to me, that's what you're, that type of person that you are, that will just let people get to you and then you feel for them. But but it's always never the right time, a right way to do that,
Right.
because
I know.
sometimes they can backfire on you in a way where you really go see them and then you like, oh, I've been talking to you for how long, and look at, and now I feel some type of way, and then when you see the person, you be like, God damn, why did I go date this person? Excuse my language, because I don't
Yeah,
curse.
yeah, yeah, I was like that, you know. But that's another thing. I still
And
like
and it can happen to women
accept
too,
it
so
too. Huh?
I think it can also happen to women too. Women can get catfished by men too.
Tell me a catfish that happened. Give me one.
Uh,
Let's hear it.
one, there was a
I gotta hear
there
this.
were it's a family thing where people tries to always try to, just because they see me single, they want to try to hook me up. And I did it for
Okay.
my and I did it for my two of my sisters and their best friend. And they didn't tell me what the person was like. They just told me, they're just giving me, oh, the person wants you to know that they look like LL Cool J, but a darker version. And that pissed me off, because when we went out on this
You
go
said
when
Ella
he
Cool J,
came,
but a darker person?
yep, and when he went out, we went out on, he came to the house to come pick me up and went out on this date. The guy, when he came out the car, he is he's tall, he's a tall guy, but the thing is, he's not no virgin, that virgin that I have in my head of a, he's a darker person, but he doesn't look like what he's telling me. But
Like,
he's almost near almost
so
400 pounds on
he was
top of
what,
that.
almost 400 pounds?
Yes.
Oh my Lord, that's a crazy catfish.
And I was
That,
like, oh my God. Oh my God. And I couldn't say, I didn't want to hurt somebody's feelings, because I'm like you, that will give somebody a chance. And I felt afterwards, I felt like crap after the whole entire date, because it was like the date was stupid, because we didn't get to go where he had reservations for. We ended up somewhere where he blindfolded me to go to, and we went there. It was embarrassing. I
how long were
say
y'all talking
embarrassing.
before that happened? How long were y'all talking?
I w- I didn't talk to him at all. Every message was
The
going
first
between
night?
the girls to
Oh
him,
wow.
because he didn't.
Wow.
He wanted me not to. He wanted it to be a surprise when I see him and I get to talk to him and we get to know everything. I'm getting only details from them
Oh,
to
okay.
me, and that was the
This
worst, because I'm not that type of
nigga
person to just get
400 pounds,
details.
he's like Big Papa. Then it goes like, what he look like?
Um,
Did
oh
he have a
God,
hat on?
yes. He looked like, that movie with, I can't remember the name of it. Nutty Professor.
No, the
That. Huh?
he remember the clothes?
The big the Yeah, he's almost
Yeah,
four
that's a
hundred
cloak.
pounds. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a cloak.
But he was cool. But to me, the way they was expressing everything they telling me, I'm thinking he's a cool person. I'm gonna give you a chance, but my head is thinking what they telling me, what he looks like. I'm like, okay, I'm putting this two and two together, and it wasn't. That's not what he looked like.
Right. So, like, okay, let's talk about this. So, like, okay, how long were you with him first? Give me that. How long before we go on?
How long were I with him?
Yeah, how
That
long was the
was
whole night?
the whole night. eh, I was we. It was we say the 8 o'clock was the reservations. We didn't. We
Mm.
were and I got home by 12 that night
12?
because we were supposed to stay out longer than that, but I
Okay.
couldn't do it no more.
Okay, go back. Okay, go back to where you met and y'all were back to the scene that you just said.
No, when we met, it was just crazy because he didn't look himself. He almost 400 pounds, and we have reservations at a restaurant. Get there because we were late to get to the reservations. They didn't have no more spots at the place, so he called another one. They didn't have anything, so he said, "I got another good place for us to go." He said, "I will blind, but this time I'm gonna have to blindfold you to go to this one." The other
Okay.
two places you didn't blindfold me then, but you blindfold me the third spot.
Yeah, that's a special restaurant. I've been in one of those.
The special rest of my butt. If you knew what restaurant he took me to, and I
This is
still
not
have
the
the
blindfold
tip.
at the restaurant, or is it like he did that before he got to the restaurant?
Okay, the first one when we were going there didn't blindfold me. The second restaurant he called to see if he can get any reservation for us to go. They didn't have no spots, so he didn't blindfold me there. The third one, that's when he blindfolded me. And then he
Wow.
said, "Don't." He said, "Don't take it off, and don't take it off." When we got there, he actually was holding my hand to make sure I don't fall, and took me somewhere where after he ordered our food and put it at the table, I'm like, okay, okay. And I said, "Can I take it off now?" He said, "Yeah." And that was embarrassing. I said, "No, no, no."
What
If
was
I
it?
tell you,
Is it that embarrassing?
yes, we went to McDonald's and he supersized the meal. What the hell did I look like with a
What?
big old cup of soda, with with a big thing of fries and the food and stuff like that. But then I said, "You know what? I didn't eat
You went
much
from a
from it."
reservation to nest to what the? You can make me
And
cuss.
but that
So you
wasn't
went to
it. That
two
wasn't that was that was
reservations
the bad.
and then
That wasn't even the bad part because I even he said we have two more parts and and I said, "You know what? I'm gonna let it. I'm gonna see where this goes because I'm gonna try to give you a chance because of the two restaurants, they were overbooked, or maybe the first restaurant he did reservations at, they took our
uh
spot because we were late. So I said, okay, that's fine. The second one was booked up. So fine. So I'm like, I'm gonna give him the doubt because both of these restaurants were overpacked and whatever. And
yeah.
going there, but I didn't eat much. Then we ended up at the movies. That
Okay.
was the worst.
So wait a minute. But listen though, okay, all right. I'm okay. No, I'm gonna let you finish. But like, so what you eat at McDonald's? That's crazy. You didn't eat nothing? What did you eat? Did you eat what he gave you?
He had the big cup of with drinks that was Sprite. Big thing of Sprite for me. And then the fries,
Mhm.
and gave me a quarter pounder.
Um,
But I didn't eat. I couldn't. I'm
I know you're not like
no.
yeah. That's like a lot of
But the
food for
thing
you.
about no, it's not that. I would eat that any other time, but I was I was actually in a dress, looking all nice, and I'm in the McDonald's. I'm like, honestly, if this was the case, I could have wore me some nice jeans and a nice T-shirt, or a skirt and a
Yeah.
nice top, and come out here with you. But I didn't take it. I just left it like that
Like
because I was just trying to
hold
keep
on.
it down. The
Um,
movies was another deal. Like,
hold on, baby. I'm gonna check the chat real quick. Stay on the movies. It says Lane said always drive your own car. Dana says I agree. So is problem. So like yeah. But well, yeah, You could have used your mama's car, but you didn't have your mama's car. What kind of car? Yeah, he was driving, right? He was doing all the driving, right? Love. Oh, she got knocked down. Here she go. So so who was doing the driving? He was doing all the driving, right?
He was doing the driving because he told the girls to tell me that he would come and pick me up. He didn't want me to drive that night. I was wondering why couldn't I drive my own car? But he
Yeah. See,
wanted to
anybody
do it.
can come.
He wanted to do that because he wanted to. He sort of said he's a gentleman and wanted to do that for me to drive. And I was like, I was so embarrassed the whole night because it wasn't like even people in the McDonald's were laughing at me like, she's well dressed, she looking cute, and then this is what he buys her
Oh,
for. This is what he give her for dinner.
wow, that's deep. Well, it's like maybe I don't know. Maybe he could have. I can see, but he tried though. I'm gonna let you finish talking, and we'll talk about it after that. So,
No, no, but I understand that he. That's why I gave him the doubt because he had all the other reservations were booked up. So it was like, okay, I give you the doubt because you tried. You're trying
right.
still to show me that you care and you want to see something going if it goes somewhere or not. But we ended up at the movies. But he told me I couldn't even because I didn't eat nothing much and I was wasting his money. I didn't. But he even though I didn't want to eat, I only ate like a couple fries and drink some of the drink. I didn't take no bite of the burger. He took it. He ate that.
He took your burger.
Yeah.
Oh, that's like he took it like okay, he put it in a bag and said,
No,
I'll eat it."
he actually ate it after he ate his burger because he said I'm not gonna waste the money and
That's
waste it. But
bad.
I wasn't gonna waste it. I could have. I
Yeah, that
told
was
him I was
bad. He
gonna.
shouldn't have
I
ate
could
your
have took it.
burger.
Yeah, I could have
Yes,
took it home and then had it. But no, went.
yeah.
But
I know the rules. You don't. The woman wants her food. She always do. You know what I'm saying? No matter where it's at, they'll take their own food. Let's say it's like it's so bad, like oh I don't want. They'll throw it away. But 90% of the females will take their own food. Yeah, that's bad right there. So yeah, continue. So you went to the
but it
movie.
was but I gave him the doubt of it. After I seen he did that, I was like, you know what? That's kind of weird. But I said, you know what? Let me give him the doubt. Let me try to see what the other two parts of this date were supposed to be like. Went to the movies. He
Mhm.
tells me I can't spend no money and buy. I can't buy. He wouldn't buy no popcorn. He wouldn't buy nothing else because he thought I was gonna waste money. Again, I automatically he bought the tickets only, but the re- refreshments or anything else, no. I bought my own.
Okay. Wow, you bought your own? Okay.
Yes, I bought
Wow.
my own
Vegas
popcorn and my
going
own drink
crazy.
because I I wanted something when you're in like popcorn to watch this movie. I didn't want to be mean and
Yeah.
have a fit with him out there. I just said, you know what? We did sit and watch the movie. He enjoyed the movie. I enjoyed the movie. It was really nice.
Okay.
Um, but then the third part, we went down to Miami
Uh-huh.
and we were supposed to be walking on the beach together. Even though I told him I'm gonna have my phone on silent because I have a child. He knew that.
Yeah. Right,
So he
right,
said,
right.
okay, that's fine. He said it's fine for me to have my phone on vibrate, which it will vibrate. Honestly, but my family was watching my child, so I knew nothing was going to go wrong.
Right.
His phone rings, and it's his friend, and it's his three of his homeboys, and they said, "Where are you at?" He said, "I'm down here in Miami." He said, "Oh, they say they down there in Miami." They don't. He don't walk the. He forgot that he's with me and walk. And when his friends came to meet him up where we were, and just walked off and went. And they went clubbing.
Hey, Miss Lane, you put that out. You called that out. You said he didn't try though. He was slick with his buffalo butt. You was so. I saw that earlier when you said that, and I'm like, then when she put this together, that's wild. That pissed me off. That really pissed me off. That story pissed me off. For real. Why? See, like this is where it comes with is the women. You know, they become insecure. They become like to themselves because of BS like this. That was the most flipped out crazy stuff you went through, love. That was like, okay, like you tried the reservation. And it sounded like, let me tell you this. I don't think that went through. I think he faked that shit until he drove around until he found, McDonald's. Because there's other places you can go without reservations, because
No, but he
McDonald's, that's
wanted.
a,
No, but he told me he wanted to make it a little bit nice and romantic. That he
yeah,
have a table for us instead of we go into a
right.
restaurant and we have to sometimes stand up outside and wait a little longer for a table. It would already be ready for us.
Yes. See, like he played that off. It don't sound right. Sound like he's pretended to have a reservation and try to take you, and it didn't go through. He tried another place. Why you think he blindfolded you? It don't sound right, love. Like
Miss Lane,
he was.
I'm gonna answer your question. How did I get home? Honestly, one of my homegirls was right down in Miami on the beach after, and she saw my face because he walked away with his friends. So she took me home.
Wow.
But the thing about it, he actually came back to the house, came to my house to eat, and brought me some flowers and said he wanted to apologize for how the date went.
And what happened? Did you take the? What happened?
And he just brought the flowers, gave them to me, and said, "I'm sorry for how the date went. I don't hope you don't take it personally how this went." And I'm like, I took the flowers because it's
Okay.
flowers, and I'm not gonna turn down any flowers, but I said, I appreciate the flowers, but the date you could have done way better and you could have treated me better. You took off with your friends and didn't even say, oh, I gotta bring my date that's with me. Where you were going, you just walked off.
Right.
If
I'm,
one if my homegirl wasn't there and saw me standing there by myself, I wouldn't even know how to be able to get home because everybody that I was calling my family, but they were all asleep. So I didn't have nobody else to call.
wow. See, like that's crazy. So wow. So the whole time, see, the thing is that some men get intimidated of a pretty female. If she's attractive, too attractive to him, some men will treat the female bad because they don't know all the way to treat her, because that's what it seemed like for him to come back with flowers. He saw you attractive and stuff, and like that your probably the way you look kept in his head, like, and his conscience was hitting his heart, so I don't know, that's crazy though. I'm still pissed though. That's just that shit
Miss Lane,
wild.
and to answer Miss Lane's question, yes, he was immature and he was messy. And you're also right that God sent my friend there at the right moment.
And I agree with King. Like, I feel like maybe he was trying to fill you out to see if you, maybe he's used to like a certain type of girl, and I could tell you're real calm and level headed. And I feel like he was probably sitting around and see, let me see if she's gonna wild out. That way he could walk away
Mhm.
and be like, yeah, screw her. I'm glad I made her walk home. But his conscience probably did
Damn.
mess with him, right? And then that's why he was like, yo, I gotta make this right. Plus, you said he was like friends with your cousins or something like that.
No, he wasn't friends with nobody in my family. It was like it wasn't one of my sister's friends,
Friends. Yeah, that's what you said.
family member, but she was telling him not to do this to me, not to hurt me because my family is so and her family are so cool. Like her mom and my mom, they know they're like friends and they know each other, so don't do that to me. But he still
Mhm.
did it.
Yeah, but I
Wow.
think once he realized, he's like, dang, I gotta still be affiliated with these people. Like the conscience, I think, really got onto him. And then also too, like he still has to be affiliated with these people one way or another. So he's like, let me just make this right since this
Oh
is like
snap.
real
Yeah.
bad, right?
Yes, that's
Yeah, that's
bad.
so
It's like
true.
bad.
That is so true. And it dawned on me that why did I go? I could have just said no and didn't go. But I was trying to be level headed and be nice and say, you know what, let me get out and see what this date could be like. And I ended up wrong. And I could have raised my voice, I could have went off, but I was not that moment of me wanting to raise my voice. I wanted to be there like, okay, let me just level headed and be just take it slowly, but I could have yelled, I could have screamed, or I could have walked away and just left them there.
Exactly.
Right.
But that's why like class always wins, like women, not all of us are like that, but some women kind of, lose their cool, and to each his own, right? Situations could get people hotter than others, but it's always better to walk away classy because you'll always have that one up on that person, like you held it together, you composed yourself, and a lot of times people won't remember the situation, but they'll always remember how you reacted, right? So say you wild out in the street and was reacting crazy, and you could have bumped into a coworker or your boss out there and they're like, dag, Mika's like this, you know? But you just never know who's in your surroundings, who's in the circle. So it's better that you did it the way you did it and you walked away classy.
Yes, exactly. And she
So
she
true.
acted classy through the whole time. Like I'm just listening to how she, presented herself. She was just, not all women will just sit there and eat, especially if it's an evening that she don't know what she's not comfortable because of going through many places too. Sometimes can build an appetite, but sometimes that can like disturb it too. So she was in that part where she didn't want to eat too much, and then the food that was like, come on, burgers, and you in a dress.
No,
So
no kidding. It's not that. It was reason why I didn't want to eat was I felt embarrassed because you had people, all these people walking into the McDonald's, looking at me in well
in a
dressed,
dress,
looking
yeah.
all nice, and then and then and he ordered the food and he puts it there, and then everybody's looking at me like, what the hell? She's well looking, pretty. Why is she here? Even the workers, even the managers of McDonald's are looking at me like, what the hell? And they laughing. And
Wow.
that was the whole concept that made me mad because they started laughing, and I'm like, oh
So
my
what?
god.
Let's start it over a little bit. So what did he present to you to where like how was he dressed?
He was dressed. He was dressed really nice. I can't say
Yeah.
no for a big person. He dressed really really nice. He had on something really presentable and looking really sharp. I didn't have
So you guys
nothing
look
against
good
that.
together then at the time, right? Y'all look good together, right?
He had on like some nice jeans and a nice top and looking presentable. And I'm like, okay, cool, nothing wrong. But when you get to the McDonald's, that's what turned me on after a while because I'm like, what the hell? I could have I could have just wore some other clothes and came here with you. And we could have chopped it up and have a good time. But nah, you just put me in a predicament where I'm well looking out. Like, okay, I'm gonna show you how I can be dressed and looking like who I want to be for you to show you that okay, you might have a good girl if you say who you say you are.
Right, right.
And Mia Andrea, well, I'll just call her Miss Lane. She said, "Yeah, it's good that you remain level headed because you were in his car. People are weird. You never know what their intentions is, and you do got to
Yeah.
follow your instincts.
Mhm.
So sometimes you just gotta play it cool till you get to where you need to be, and then just kind of dip." from there. I mean, you're older now, like, but us growing up back in the day, we didn't have to be on edge as much as we have to be on edge now. People would leave their doors open. Nowadays, I don't know anybody that'll leave their door open. Like, like times have changed.
Yeah.
So you do gotta be really careful.
Okay. Now I've been in one a situation where on a date where she brought a child. You know, I wasn't upset or nothing. I was like, I was more like excited. She was like, it was at the last minute thing. She was on her way. She couldn't find a babysitter, so she really wanted to execute the date. So she's like, you don't mind if I bring my little one here? She's 3. So I said, sure, no problem. And the baby was like completely quiet, like completely good child So baby ate, and and that's another thing, fella. If that happens to happen, don't you know that the kids eat free? So let the woman have her little hustle. You just I've seen it, what I'm saying? So I sometimes you gotta understand it and you just go with the punches. So I did that before, and it was a good date and stuff like that. She went home, I went home and stuff. So things happen. Things happen where you got to bring your children on a date or counsel because there's no babysitter. So I've been in one of those situations before. Yes,
Yeah.
Dana, he was wrong.
Sometimes you gotta bring your kid with you. Can't leave them, with just anybody. You never know what their intentions is as well. So you have a peace of mind, if they with you. Might be a little inconveniencing, but but
I've been on like a first time, something like that. Our children, but we met like at Chuck E. Cheese or somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Like
uh-huh.
we planned it out. Like okay, let's just, I don't have no real babysitter on the weekend, and that person didn't have a babysitter, so it was like, you know what, let's go at Chuck E. Cheese in a public area. That's what we did. So it was kind of interesting. You know what I'm saying? So I've been in them type of inconvenience or like where the whole thing is turned around type dates, somebody running late. um I never been in with a no show, but usually running late, usually like that, like the longest has been like 3 hours and they still came. I mean, it's not like I was like, I left and they came back at the restaurant 3 hours later and I drove up there. I drove right back up there, and finished off the date. So I've been through the stuff like that before.
Yeah, no, yeah, I mean, I think that's understandable. Um,
Like,
so I have never had like a catfish date or whatever like that. But like I said, I did at a point try to date online when I was in school. And me and this guy was probably talking for a little over a month.
mhm.
Again, technology was still kind of forming itself right then and there. So he was like, "Oh, I'd like to take you to dinner." And I was like, "All right, cool." So I was running errands and I was like, "All right, meet me at this Staples." Now, I never told him where I lived. I never met anybody in front of my place. I always did it separately. But
Right.
I didn't know him. So like where I lived at the time was like it was kind of like a Manhattan type of town. Like if you know Manhattan in New York is super busy, well lit, all that, right? So I told him to meet me at the Staples. This dude pulls up in like a van, right? Like I'm talking about like from the 70s, like one of those type of vans. And I remember I looked and I'm looking and I'm trying to look in the back of the van and it's like this like velour kind of curtain like behind the two seats in the front. I'm like, what the hell is going on back here? So I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna finish up in Staples and then I'll meet you. The restaurant is diagonally across the street. So we didn't have to get in that van. I said, you park your van right here. You gonna be okay,
I'm a
sir.
baby.
Yeah. Because what he thought was going to end like a Lifetime movie was not today. I was not getting in that van. So we went, we ate. He seemed a little off to me, like a little weird. I'm talking to him. He's paying attention, but not really. He don't look the best either. He looked like he got a lot on his mind. I said, all right, let's wrap this up. I said, you know what? I gotta finish my errands. It was so nice meeting you. Your van's right there, right? So, I can see you going getting there safely. You all set. And I'll talk to you soon. I never spoke to that man ever again. Ain't get nowhere near close to that man, child. And it was during the day. Thank God. So day dates are the best dates for blind dates, or if you're meeting somebody online. Go during the day in the busiest area of all time. So that's my advice, ladies.
I wish I went on a date in the daytime, not at nighttime.
Yeah, yeah, tell
Mm-mm.
them.
That's wild.
Yes, Miss Lane. It definitely looked like it had potential to be a kidnapping, man. So follow your intuition.
You know, right? That is kind of crazy. You know. Oh my Lord. So like, the type of dates like we today's time and stuff like that, it's like it's not the same like how it was like years ago. I've been in number long term relationships, so I haven't dated in a long time. You know what I'm saying? But it's like it's changed though. It's like all it is like one night stands. You know what I'm saying? It's like straight, like and that's the argument it is today. Like, are you gonna give me some? You know what I'm saying? They're really bold too. Dudes are bold. They're like, so you gonna give me some after this? And she's
Women
like,
are
sitting
bold
there,
too, because
yeah,
women would just say, you know what, I'm in, I don't need anything else, but just give me some sex and we can call it a day.
yes. And that's wild. And it's like that now. It's turned up. It's like regular dating is boring, but the real women want to be dated, wined and dined the right way. So it's definitely changed up, bro. It's like quick. It's like friends with benefits. You know what I'm saying? It's like um if he got that or she got that, you know what I'm saying? And it's like it's like exchange, private part exchange game. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is nowadays. So
And King, a quick question: are you allowing people to come on the panel in the chat?
yes, yes, yes. I've been meaning to say yes.
Oh, good, good. So, ladies, I'm not sure if you can see the chat link still. So, if you want to hop on, feel free. You don't have to like cam up. I don't think if you don't feel
No,
comfortable.
you don't have to. Exactly.
Yeah.
And I'm glad you said that because I wanted you to speak what like bring some people up on the panel. I'm trying.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I wanted to do tonight. It's not just. It's an open panel for discussion. You freely come up here, feel comfortable. You don't have to cam up. Just be yourself. Tell your story, or tell a story. What of this? What we're talking about. So
Yeah, because Miss Lane said she had met her boyfriend 2 weeks and then they had moved in together. They've been together for 4 years. So she said he's a really good man. And that could
yeah,
happen. You really
that could
meet somebody,
happen.
just be
And
optimistic.
can you block somebody on your page, because that one just brought out your is wrong conversation, but it's live right
Yeah,
now. If you
that
read it,
definitely can happen. I mean, that's what people like the older generation that don't understand it fully right now. Like that's what's going on. That's what's really going on. So they looking at it like, why you let this man in the house type thing? Why you let this, you know, you see it all over the place. You see Mr. Marcus, he brings women all over his house. You know what I'm saying? Like straight up. Like he does. He brings them on top upstairs, downstairs. You know what I'm saying? Hiding underneath the couch. Yeah, he brings his home. and nobody say nothing. It's natural. That's just how life is right now. You know, I've seen women bring men, working on the car, and then he's in the bed now. She just worked on it. She has a nice house and all this stuff. He just worked on his car and had a nice conversation. They had fun and they hit it off. Things happen. Stop being so programmed and stop this make believe like you see on movies and stuff like that's how life is. Sometimes they make that up. So when you're dealing with real life and experience, you know, it's you can't help it but to flow into it. So when I did meet somebody, like it was just out in the open. It's everybody's seen it, So you get the pros and cons. You get a lot of them, but at the same time, go with reality. If you meet somebody and it hits off, go ahead for it. You never know, but we all go through that. But be careful too. But this is how it is. Just this is how it is. Some of them, some people will dress it up for so long too. They can go for like 6 months to a year. Oh, he's Mr. Nice Guy. He's this, and that. You know, he just waited for a year to do what he wanted to do. So it's don't. It's like, come on, y'all need to be like coming to reality. Common sense. Salute.
It's true.
But yeah, so we're not addressing that, Leona. Yeah, we're not addressing that. That's yeah, that's always ever forever play out.
So would you guys be open to like online dating now?
Yes, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
hmm Way. I'm gonna be honest, way better than in real life sometimes because, but the thing is, you get people that that do you can talk to and stuff, but it's more like less information now. This is an informational generation now. You know, they feed off of knowledge and wisdom, so they want to know who you are. They want to, what school you came from. Like what street you from. All that type of stuff. They want to know all that now. It's not like simple like how it used to be. Oh, she just looked good and stuff. Let me holler at her. You holler at her, you come to find out that's your cousin. You know what I'm saying? From around the way.
Mhm.
So it's wild. Yeah, it's wild. Yes, you know, I met my friend offline. So it's, well, that's where it's at. It's online.
Yeah, I mean now, online's a lot more sophisticated than it was back in the day. And you can always cam up together or do a FaceTime, or it's so many different ways you could communicate with a person before you actually physically go out with them.
Exactly.
And it's all about
Exactly.
asking the right questions. You can't ask everything in the night, but like try to ask as many questions as you can before you actually go out with them, just to see if it's even worth it.
Right. And nowadays they like to cam up. You know, they put that app on where you can put the camera. They want to see you. Most majority of the women want to see you cammed up than the men.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
You know, I've seen it. My nieces, you can see them. Every guy they talk to, they're cammed up, sitting there in the chair, or sitting on the outside or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Talking to whoever. They all cammed up. IG made it comfortable. You know, Facebook especially made it comfortable, going on live streams and, FaceTiming and such. So it made it comfortable for people now to put on your phone to like really, we can talk to each other now. It- I can actually see you now. You're not in the chat, you know. So
That is so true. Can people be like, "Oh, not see the real person. I'm not talking to my phone only every day."
right, right,
Mhm.
right.
Exactly. And the only thing after that is, oh wait, Dana said something. She said you can get the outside anywhere, but you can't get the inside anywhere. Could you elaborate on that a little bit more, Dana? Um, I was gonna say something too. Yeah, you got to be real careful still, even if they came up, because you just never know
Yeah,
what
be
people's
careful.
intentions is.
Yes.
So
So if you
just
come up, just be careful. If you come up, just push that button where it's like mute or unmute or something. It's right next to it. So if you want to come up, you can come up and just speak your mind. You know what I'm saying? I know you guys got stories. Why not speak on it? Be brave to speak on it. You know?
yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
hold on. Speaker. Okay. So like when it comes to like okay, we'll go to another direction now. So when it comes to like having say you're in a couple or you're married or such and somebody has a female friend or a male friend. So how do you conduct, Mika, when if you have male friends but you're in a relationship? So how do you go by with your male friends? Do you and he accepts you having male friends, or like like have you had any guys like that didn't like you to have male friends? Did they like what I'm saying, like act different with you because you're friends, or what? How did that go?
Yes, I did have guys that I dated that didn't want me to have male friends, even though I told them that we grew up with each other for so long. They moved away. It's no big thing, but they tell me no, you can't have any male friends because if you have male friends, then I should be able to have women friends because y'all could be secretly dating each other and you're not telling me that y'all date each other, or y'all could easily have had sex with each other before I even came in the picture. And like, no, that don't work.
Right. So what happened? Like so
Huh?
he didn't accept you having male friends?
No, because of the fact that he thought that either I could
Yeah,
have already
right.
had sex with him,
So what
or the
happened with that though?
person
So like what happened after that? Did you guys continue talking or did you get
we
rid of your male
continue
friend?
we did not continue talking because if you're gonna accuse somebody of something that they didn't really do, it's kind of it's like why stay in that relationship if you're gonna keep accusing? If you somebody comes to you and say, "Babe, what? Well, I have friends that are male guys, but we don't talk to each other anymore. They live far away, whatever." But if they do call once in a blue moon, they understand that I'm with you. You gotta understand it. But
But
don't
you said
think
they're
that
far away. But what if they're
yeah,
in the same city? What if they're in the same city, same
listen,
hood,
if they
down the
I
block?
listen,
What?
if they're in the same city and they see me, is they can see me and say hi, but if they know the limits of you have a guy that you're with and they're not gonna go that far with that scenario of sitting there and having a conversation with me because they know that okay, she has somebody, and I don't want to make that person feel some type of way that me and her are still talking as friends.
Right. Okay.
But if you cut, but if it was a female to say that to a male guy, they would have jumped down a woman's throat and had a hissy fit over it because it's for
Hmm.
them. They say it's wrong for a woman to say that about another man, about a man having a woman friends. But if women can have one, why can't they?
Right. See, like, uh, it's like pros and cons with it. I've seen, I've tried to have be female friends to women and stuff like that, and a couple of them were married. And you start talking to them, and they start telling you their problems, and then they get emotional. They like, oh, why can we been together type thing. You know, it's like you break it down to because they're constantly telling you their problems, and so you have some type of solution about it because that's the reason why they console you to it. You know, so it's like, and then they get emotional and stuff like that, and they keep calling, and it's like, oh yeah, and then it's gotten to the point where they're talking about the husband like in a different way, like negative. So it's like it just starts turning and turning and turning. So I've been through like that with, you know, women that had boyfriends or married. Now, me, I always had, hold on. Okay, for me, I've always had some type of female that checked my phone, you know, take pictures out my phone and put into their phone, you know, all kind of things to be like, see if I'm talking to another female, or even old pictures. They'll get upset, you know, like why you got it in your phone if you're not with her, you know, or just things, you know what I'm saying? So it's like I had to understand the comfort of her, you know, like not making her feel no type of way, you know. There's women that's been cheated on, and you know, guys play games, vice versa. So my thing was when I had my relationships be like for years, you know, 5, 3, 5, and 10 type stuff, you know. So you begin to understand where they're coming from, you know, like because you guys are so close and so, you know, unified. So when it comes to another person, it changes the whole atmosphere, you know. Like there's couples where like, you know, the family guy friend coming, you know, and the wife, you know, gets acts a little different, you know, and the husband notices it. So it's different things of why people act certain ways, you know. So it's like I have a female friend that, you know, she's got her guy friends, which is cool. You know what I'm saying? It's cool. It's just going with balance and, you know, and make sure the friends know the boundaries, you know, type thing. Knowing that like, okay, like she's in a relationship, you know, I shouldn't say the things that he might say or do or whatever. You know, it just goes with boundaries. But I accept as far as her having that, you know what I'm saying? Because it shows me like she's responsible. So it just depends on the level of friendship is taking place, you know? And there's guys too now that could be friends with somebody and begin liking them, you know, and the female don't know about it. You know what I'm saying? There's situations like that where and the female could be misleading him and not knowing that he causing damage. You know, he's like you liking him. He's liking you and stuff, and you just put it yeah, you're giving him the friendly shoulder and stuff, but some women be so gullible they don't see that. So and men will wait too now. Some men will wait till eternity till she's single. Like, oh yeah, they've been together for like motherfucking 11 years. You know what I'm saying? I'm just, oh, what? They fighting? Oh, they arguing over there? Okay. Yeah, girl, he's no good. He's no good. You know, you can cry on my show. Oh, you want to come over? I'm a cook and everything. What's your favorite meal? What? I know what you eat. You know what I'm saying? And it goes way left field. It happens every time. So I look at things in reality and like, the pros and cons of everything. So Miss Promo, do you guys have a family friend or a past friend that you had like, like, do you believe in that? Do you believe in having a guy friend or he has a female friend?
Oh, I'll answer that question in 1 second. But Mia, she was mentioning that she was backstage waiting to come on.
Okay, I'm
I'm not
sorry.
sure. I'm not sure if she's still there, but Mia, if you can hear this, if you're not still back there, if you want to join us, come back up. Just hit that link. But yes, to answer your question, um, my husband has some female friends, but he's had them for a really long time.
Oh,
And I was okay with that initially when we started dating. Oh, she said she'll come back. Yeah, I was okay with that as long as it was like a friend that he had for a significant amount of time, you know. I was always very like by the book with introducing my male friends or he introducing his female friends while we were dating
mm-hmm.
just to see if we could all mesh. And of course, our lady's intuition could see if there's any like funny business going on or behind the scenes. A guy will tell you to the core, we just friends, but then something happened one of those special nights that they just happen not to mention.
Right,
But I didn't feel like that was ever the case. And I've always gone into a relationship being honest, and I expected nothing else but that in return. And we've been super respectful with that. Now that we're married, no, we're not accepting new applicants for friends. Okay.
right.
But
Uh, yeah, it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? We work together. Come on. Yeah, I get it.
but yeah, so that's kind of how that all went. I don't know that I was as forthcoming before meeting him with being open to that,
Uh-huh.
just because some people are more honest than others. But you grow, you become a certain age, um people mature more. So yeah.
Okay. That's so it's all right on that.
And she says she's trying to come up, but
Just
Mia, are
stay
you
on.
backstage or are you still like in the process of connecting to Safari and everything?
She'll be back. Oh, she, oh, Mika. Yeah, she's Maya, is that you? Are you here? Oh, whoever was here, they left.
She need to click the link and then try it again.
Yeah, because sometimes, like, if you click the link in Chrome, you just have to copy and paste it to Safari, and then you can edit your photo if you need to, and then make sure your camera is off because sometimes it's not. You get
Yeah.
accept it to accept your mic and camera, but make sure you turn your camera off if you don't want a camera up, and put your screen name in there. Should be all set from there.
Exactly. Thank you, Promo.
Yeah, anytime. Yeah, so how about you? Were you like, would you be open to like dating someone and they have like male friends? Like, how would you go about doing that if her male friends have been in her life for some time? How would you want that process to look like once you guys start to get really serious?
Well, yes, that's a good question. Currently dating somebody like that, and um, the guy friends are pretty cool. They're pretty cool. So it's like they're not like showing me any extra. She's somewhat introduced, so it's not like I'm in the background not knowing. So she makes it comfortable. She's making it comfortable. At first, I was like, I don't know if I want to get into something like this.
Hmm.
I don't know if where she coming from, but other than that, she showed me how to be comfortable with it.
And sorry to interrupt you, King, but Mia's in the back. She's waiting to come up.
Yeah, I know. She's not in the area. Okay, there she go. Okay, there you go. Hello.
Hello, King. Hello, Miss Mika. Hello, Doctor. How you doing?
Hello,
You're
hello.
doing good.
We're
Thanks for
fine.
joining us.
You free to speak on this subject and topic.
Oh, I was listening, and you were talking about having friends that were of the opposite sex, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes, I don't really care. I'm just worried about me. I don't care.
You
it
know,
doesn't bother me because I'm a real
it doesn't-
outgoing person, so it doesn't matter to me.
okay, so it don't bother you like if he has a female friend
Mm-mm.
and they get along pretty good.
No, it don't bother me. Nah. Uh-uh.
That's real. That's real. So
But I think a lot of relationships don't work. Oh, I'm sorry, King. Go ahead.
no, go ahead, go ahead, speak, speak.
I just think a lot of relationships don't work because oh well, I don't want to force nothing on y'all. Do y'all believe in God?
Oh yes,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
yes,
Okay.
yes,
So I think a lot of relationships don't work because a lot of times us as women, we start thinking, I don't believe men and women are equal. I don't believe that. I don't want to be equal to a man. I don't want y'all job. I wouldn't dare want to be a man. And I think
yeah,
that's where the conflict comes in because as far as like a leader, your leader and your head of your household is a God fearing man. It's not who makes the most money. It's the God fearing man. And I think
thank you.
society got us brainwashed to think who makes the most money. No, he's a God fearing man. And it's hard to do that. Is he and we're the helpmates. Is the man always gonna make the right decision? No. That's why we're there to help. That's why we're there to help. But anyways.
Okay.
And there's nothing wrong with being submissive. My friends always get on me. I am submissive.
Yes, then they take it like it's controlling or he's doing this, he's doing that. It's not. It's like you're saluting him, you showing him honor, and they don't do that no more. It's all like if you don't make $1 from me, I'm not gonna be nice to you, you know.
Yeah,
So
that's that modern day BS. That's that modern day BS. That's
yeah,
what it that's what it be a lot of times. No, you just have to be and being submissive doesn't mean I think a lot of women they get it confused. It's like, oh, I'm being a slave, I have to do everything he say because if you read like in the Bible, it says to be submissive to your husband because he's gonna love you like Jesus loved the church. The church is
yes,
not a building, it's the people. Jesus loved the people. So if a man is treating you good, how can you not submit? Like what? It's easy. It's not. I think we make it hard because a lot of us are not raised with our fathers in the household, so we don't know what if a man is being protective or controlling. And a lot of times, men are just they're not being controlling. They are protectors. You all are natural protectors, and we're
yes,
nurturers.
yes. I like that. Okay,
Hmm.
I'm glad you came up here because you're speaking some real nourishment right now that they're not speaking about. It's all about the fast lane. It's about you know a click and a view. It's time to speak on life and your home. Is your home in order? Y'all good? It's good to talk about these situations and subjects. You know what I'm saying? Like even when with your partner, like how we talking right now. You just hey, what do you feel like? Did you have some? some girlfriends back in the day, did it. You just talk about a lot of different things.
Hmm. Yeah, it's so important to be transparent in your relationship. It should never be any like walls there, any blurred lines. Just talk about everything. That should, I would think, you would want that to be your best friend, your confidant,
Yeah,
you know. And you guys just walk together, side by side, and don't let anybody get in between you two.
exactly.
And stop being friends with women who don't got no damn men. Because sometimes they will try to sabotage the shit out of you. They will. I don't know if they try to or not, but they will. Or if you're, I got a friend that's married, and I went over her house. She was just talking really crazy to her husband, and I was really quiet, but I left because I don't like stuff like that. And I said,
Mhm.
"Girl, call me in the morning if you make it, because the way you talking to him and he too calm. Mm-mm. You
Yeah, that's
can't
how it
talk to that
works.
man like that. Mm-mm.
Yeah, I
Jeez.
seen that.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, ladies, if you do have a good man, cherish him. It's not easy for these guys getting up every day going to work, especially if you have the luxury of not, doing anything for the household, but just watching the kids or whatever it is and cooking and cleaning. Yeah, yeah. Do all that you can to make your
Yeah.
man comfortable. Yeah.
I just have to. I don't deal with his baby mama dramas, but he tell me about them, and I'll be like, oh, okay. But I mean, I love the kids. I love his kids, so
Yeah.
I love his kids. But the baby
So,
mama, she don't like me.
so
Yeah.
there's been any wars or anything? Like, do you guys go at it? Like, little snares and little pricks. Like, like why
She
you like a kid?
well, they were together 13 years. He's older than me, so they were together 13 years off and on. So I guess I came in at that off. I came in at the off time, right? So
Yeah.
that's when our relationship started at the off time, and I was aware of that because he told me, he was honest upfront with me about all the things going on in his life. So I was like, okay. And I guess she was just surprised when he didn't go back, or when she wanted to have relationship with him, like sexual, and he was like, no. I was like, what? What? So yeah, he told her no, but she never really. She said one thing to me, really crazy, rude, and then the one time she called the police, it was
Oh
just
wow.
she called the police because his daughter was over there for the weekend. He had to
Yeah.
go into work, so he left her there with me.
Mm.
So that night, me and her were just watching movies, and at the time she was 3, maybe. Yeah, she's about 3, maybe finna be 4. Real smart. She real smart. So her mom called her phone and she said, "I'm here with Miss Mia. We watching movies." She said, "Where's your dad at?" Said her dad is at work. And then about 30 minutes later, the police knocked on the door and told me that she was with them. And that really
Mm.
offended me. But I told him that he should have told her that he had to hurry up and he had an emergency where he had to go to work.
Mm.
Wow.
So what did they do? Did they wind up taking the daughter and giving the daughter back to her, or?
Yes, so that yeah, they took her and they gave the daughter back to her, but she was crying. And it made
Mm.
me feel some type of way, about her crying. I her just had to
Mm.
go through that. So I didn't say anything about it. So I guess about 2 weeks later, she had called him. And I always know when it's her on the phone because, a man's tone, y'all tone change when you talk to a woman. And our
Hmm.
tone change when we talk to a man. So I'm like, I said, I want to talk to her. Like, I need to talk to her. I don't care what type of, you know, arguments y'all have or whatever it may be. I want to talk to her personally. He was like, okay. So I told her, like, I don't like that you did that.
Hmm.
I understand it's something between you and him, but I just don't like that you did that. Like, why would you call the police? I don't want to talk to you. I don't know you, this and that. I said, but you know that I'm around your daughter, so you don't have to get to know me, but just know, like, I got her best interest at hand. And I don't want you giving her a bath. I'm sorry, sweetheart. I'm a bather.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't tell her that, but I do. I mean, she's almost
She
six
was
now,
3
but
years old.
yeah, at the
So
time, I mean, I know that's her dad, but I mean, I don't know.
no, you did good. Like you were trying to, do good and impress him too. But also too, you love children. That's what it shows. You know what I'm saying? And for her to get the police involved, that's just
Yeah,
wild.
She was
that's a good
mad.
extreme.
And she was like, I just and the baby just kept saying, we're watching movies, mommy. So if your baby is telling you this when she sees you, that mean okay, mommy, I'm comfortable. I don't want to go right now.
Exactly. I'm chilling. Where we
But I could
going?
understand the point. But I could
I
kind of maybe
understand what
understand the point.
you brought up something. I definitely understand because been in a situation where the kids were like
People
missing
crazy.
and wanting me because I was leaving. You know what I'm saying? And it's like it bothered me and stuff like that. End up going to the relationship 2 to 3 times. Two of them because of thinking about them children. So
Yes.
definitely understand what you're talking about.
I don't like that. That's the one thing I don't like. Like when I'm not in a relationship no more, I still be wanna fuck with, I mean, my bad. I still be wanna mess with them kids. Like I be loving them kids. I be like, I can't even do it because your daddy tripping. You know, not the
Hmm.
relationship I'm in now, but that's why I don't like I don't want any kids. So you need to come with your own kids because I'm not gonna have them.
Yeah, I spoke to somebody that, like, I'm for single mothers. I'm not for the single like women because they don't understand because me being a single father, you gotta understand the values of taking care of a child, and
True.
I you get that like where they never been around. I mean, my my niece, I take care of them, my nephews, I take care of them, but waking up and being like soiled into the child and stuff. You wake up, you automatically gotta, get the clothes together, But when you with a single mother, I mean, a single woman, you gotta coach her. She don't know like the whole like I don't know how do I dress this little thing here. Why I put the shirt on backwards and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Wait,
I've
wait a
seen it.
minute. We have a little
Seen
sense.
it. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing here, but I love him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
and that's crazy. You say you're a single dad because I was raised by my father. So a lot of times when it comes to what is that, like emotions and different stuff like that, sometimes I lack that. I can be compassionate and sometimes empathize, but certain emotions like crying and all that stuff, I don't do too much of that. That's because I was raised by my father,
yeah,
and so it'd be totally like it's totally it's different. I think it's different when you're raised by a man versus when you're raised by a woman. I think if I was raised by a woman, I would be more in touch with my emotions. But me
Hmm.
being
yeah,
raised by a man, and my dad did a great job, I must say so. But he wasn't into that, he's like Mia, if you're gonna cry, you're gonna have to go in your room. You can't be letting people see you cry. So I just
yeah,
say,
yeah. I did that with my little one when she was like 2 years old. But then I had to realize I had more daughters, so
yeah.
I had to level down. I couldn't, it's like it would be so like okay, certain men don't understand like they can affect the child if they be so aggressive at a young age. They really are sensitive. So like how women are, how you guys are sensitive now. Like if you oh, don't call me no B. Oh, it's over with. Like extremely sensitive. So just imagine a child. Their senses are like very fragile. So
Yeah.
like you can yell, they'll remember that yell for 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Okay.
oh yeah, mommy was like this. I had to cover my, ears. Mommy yelling
Mhm.
all over the place. You know. So yeah, they remembered all that.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's true.
They're very impressionable.
So how you mother, Mika?
Can you repeat what you just said?
So how's your motherhood? Like okay, so like when it comes to all right, so a single man that has no children compared to a man that has children, how would that go?
A single man with no children wouldn't understand what it takes to deal with a child, for me. But with a man who has a child, they could understand where I'm coming from, and how to handle a child like mine or any other kid.
Well, give me experiences. Tell me your experience with a man that didn't have no children but wanted to be with you. What's
They
yours?
didn't. You asking them for help, and all they do is just sit there like, I don't know what to do with this child. That's you have to come deal with the child, or they
So,
just will leave the child to the corner and just like the see the child crying, and I'm doing something in the kitchen for could be for you and myself and the child, and you turn around and say, no, you gotta go tend to that child because that child's over there crying. I don't know what to do. I'm just gonna sit here and watch you tend to the child and cook. That don't make no
Okay.
sense.
yeah, that's crazy. That's lazy. That's like another child.
And that
Another
you make,
deformed
yeah, that
ass
is
man.
true. That is true too. But formal, if you're dating a girl that has a child, you're supposed to be able to just say, you know what, I let me go and see if I can calm the child down a little bit for you and help you while you do what you got to do in the kitchen real quick. And or if you can't calm, if you don't know what to do, you just ask, say, Mika, what do you need? What how do I help you with your child is crying, and I don't know what to do. I'll tell you what to do, and you can calm the child down for a little bit to help me in a predicament like that. That's
Yeah,
not something that I like where people just sit there and just look at you and
yeah.
don't want to do nothing.
It like it'll bother me seeing the baby. I've seen the baby crying and stuff like that, and the mother's in the other room. You just make faces. You just make peekaboo faces. Start off like that, and they'll calm it down for a minute, like what this, because they want to know what the hell you're doing. And you just go from there, trying to just make he or she, laugh or smile. So yeah, I definitely understand that part. Like I definitely do. Um, just certain men, that don't know how to conduct with children. Some of them could be, you know, mama's boys. I always say that. Some of them could be, just crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can see what you mean though, because they're not interested in you. That's why you got to get the ones that are interested in you and the child in a way of, family man. I'm ready to take the whole plate. Let's do this. No, those type of men. When you get a
But
ready
here's a
man,
but here's a question, King. But even if you talk to that guy and you say, don't you have brothers that have children or sister that have children, and if they do, how did you handle that child that was around you at that particular time? Some people, some of them say, I don't do anything for the child, or or I don't never go over there because they got their child and their child cries too much or whatever, and
huh?
that would really hurt because your sister, your brother, children are your nieces and nephews. You got to be there for them too. You can't just leave them like they're nobody to you.
Right. True. It's just tough love, and it's just what it is. What you're trying to do. And sometimes we try to like make the guy what we want him to be and stuff. So, and then you try to find out little pieces to keep him. You try to find out like, okay, maybe this can work, but he's a jerk. So I know what you mean. I've been there before. I've been there before where you work all day and she's on the phone all day, you know, um, and nothing's done. She's with the child, and the child is just in one spot too. I've been there.
And then I think you have like different types of guys, right? Like, so you have a guy that'll just hands down say no, he doesn't want any outside kids. He just wants to make a family on his own. And
Hmm.
then you have the guys that are like all in. They're like, yeah, let me see what this is about. But then times get too tough for them. And they're like, all right, this is fear factor. I'm up out of here because this is too much.
Where the daddy at? What he do? Where he
Yeah.
at? Okay, let me do
So
what he
you
did.
got, yeah, you gotta like put them on trial a little bit and see like how they fill out and how the kid, if the kid really enjoys being around them too, right? Because it's really not about the guys. Does the kid like the guy? So you really kind of have to fill it out a little bit to
Yeah,
see, and then kind of take it from there.
yeah, that's real. Like, and you ever had like okay, Mika, you ever had somebody that had their children and they do the favoritism thing, or like they do more for their child than yours type thing? I've been there too.
That's
Yes,
some
I've been there
bullshit.
too. I've been there where I was dating a guy that had children, and mine was there, and they turned to tend to their children, and my child was sitting there. They went out, they bought some some lunch for the child, and my child was sitting there and wanted some, and they told me that I needed to go find something for my child because that's not their responsibility to buy for her. But I'm like, really? But when your child was at my house, I intend to all my
But
child
see,
and your children. I ended up buying doing for them too. So why couldn't you do the same?
Why? That's
everybody's not gonna be like that, Mika. Like you may do it for other people's kids, like, but they might not do it for your kids. Like everybody is not like that. They not.
no,
And when they show you who they really are, believe them.
and that's all
Hmm.
that goes with trying to make it work type theme. And he don't want him to work. He's out for just wait till the kid go to bed type thing. Wait till the baby, whatever you don't get done, then he comes and wraps around you and stuff like that. As soon as you're not around the child type thing. So
I I just don't like people who mistreat kids because
yeah,
I don't like that. That shit right there. Well, that stuff right there, Miss Mika, what you was talking, that would have PO'd me because I don't think you should do people kids like that. If everybody is eating, why not let the other kids eat? I don't get stuff like that. That's just mean.
yeah, and it's like that too. They be dead ass serious. They have their own
Anybody with
logic
a heart
about it.
would. That's crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
that
like
that's really crazy.
women are
But
like that too now.
people do
Uh,
that. People
yeah,
do that.
women like what I'm saying that's your daughter. I can do. They act weird. Like they let's see. Let me see a situation where they're like you trying to. It's like you're trying to force them to get to know your child as much. You guys are dating and stuff like that. So you mentioning your child and such, and they're like, well, your child got. And they say your child. That you should know my child's name by now. We've been dating for like 2 3 months. So you're saying the child. What I'm saying and saying like in a way like she has to get to know me. I'm not gonna go to her unless she come to me. Many times my child came to that person. Showed her the phone, showed her what she's interested in, showed her toys. Oh, okay, okay. You know, and go on with her business. This is women that don't like kids. This real women that don't like kids, and they
And
look.
that's where a lot of people mistake it from. When I say I don't want no kids, people like, well, do you like kids? Like, yeah, I love kids, but I do want them to go home now. Now, Miss Mika, you was right what you was saying about single people and the way that they handle kids, like if they don't have any kids. So I don't have any kids. So when my boyfriend's kids come over, I'm fine and good. But they're staying with us for the school year, right?
Hmm.
I said, oh Lord, I need a break. This little girl said, his little girl said, what's wrong? We got on your nerves. I said, baby, it's just me. I need a break. That's not nothing to do with her. She's a kid. So I'm not gonna put that off on her because I need a damn break. I'ma just go sit in my little quiet spot for about 30 minutes, in my car for about 30 minutes, and then go back in and start, again. Because if you're not used to kids constantly being with you, it can get overwhelming until you get into the swing of things, until know that you got to earn the clothes and make sure you get up in the morning. You got to get in the swing of the routine. But
See,
I'm in
like
the
you are
swing.
like a natural mother without children. That's awesome. Now, my ex was like that. It was like a natural mother without that. Don't have their own children. So there's women like that too now, and
The
it's like
nurturers.
they're passionate because they want their own children. So they try their hardest to be like like make it like it's their own child. So
Yeah.
I salute you on that.
Women, we are nurturers. Cause like some women can't have kids, right? So when some
Yeah.
women can't have kids, like I have a great aunt, she don't have no kids, like no kids, never been married. And I used to be like, girl, what's wrong with you? Now I'm looking at myself like, I don't want no. When I first got my boyfriend, I said, let me tell you something. I don't want no kids. He was like, what? I said, I don't want no kids. He was like, okay, good. I got some. I said, great. Great, you have kids. I don't want them.
That's awesome.
I love them. I love the kids. But
You're
you
not
do have
wrong
to
for
keep
that.
but you have to keep telling kids the same thing over and over. Okay, y'all, since y'all have kids, what do you do so you won't have to tell them things two, three, four, five times? Or is that just gonna be I have to be on repeat because I feel like I'm on repeat all the time.
Oh, you gotta hit where the heart is at. That's where you gotta hit. That's where the fathers do the good, discipline. So you just hit where it hurts, like like the games, um, whatever they're interested in. You gotta put a timeout on it. Some fathers break their stuff. I'm gonna break your whole damn shit, boy. I'm gonna set it on fire. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna blow that bitch up, boy.
If they
You
love
know
their
what I'm
phones,
saying?
take away the phones. Take away the cell phones, and tell them you're
Yep.
not gonna get it back for a week because you're
Yeah,
not listening to what I say.
because like his son, he 10. Well, now his little girl, oh my God. When I tell you, just full of energy from the time she get up, oh, I love it. Oh, I love it. She bring me life in the morning. She gets up in the morning, she come get in the bed. Good morning. I'm like, good morning, baby. But his son is 10 years old. This morning, I'm hearing somebody talking like 4 in the morning. I know you're not still on that Call of Duty or whatever the hell you playing, boy.
Uh-huh. Yes, they are.
I
They
went in
are.
there.
They are.
I said, boy. He looked at me. He said, Miss Mia. I said, and he knew I meant business. When I said, boy, he was like, I'm putting the game up right now. I didn't even have to tell him. You're up at 4 o'clock in the morning talking so loud. And he never seen that look on my face. I think I scared him because later on his daddy said, I went in there, I was talking to him, and he said, Daddy, I think Miss Mia mad at me. Then I said, no, I'm not. I fed you, didn't I? I'm not mad at you, boy. I'm not mad at you no more, but you better not be up no 4 o'clock in the morning on that game. Shut your mouth.
Right. And they be on it too. They be on that game. Yes. They be on it. There's parents I know right now. They having problems with the child waking up. They waking up at 4 or 5 and they yelling. The kids are actually yelling in the game. There's a game.
Yes.
There's games out there where they're like they're getting upset and they're like they're you can communicate with another person. You don't know if they're adult or not, but they're getting mad. Like what I'm saying, these trolls. It's like the trolls be coming in here. That's how
Hmm.
it'll be on the games. And I seen one of them, and they were like cussing out the kid. Saying all kind of stuff. And I'm like, is this a kid or is there an adult? The way
Them
the kid
kids
is
be
coming.
cussing too. And them kids be cussing too.
Yeah,
Okay.
they do. F you. You cover their mouth and shit.
Yes. Yeah. That's what he cussing. Cause I heard
That's
his
why.
son said, "What the heck?" And I said, "No, sir. No, we don't do heck. We don't do dang. You might as well say a cuss word. We don't do none of those." I'm old school.
Yes,
My daddy was yeah. My daddy was an older man. So I'm like, no, don't say that.
that's where I'm from. That's where I'm from.
Yeah, I went and bought him a bike. I was like, you don't have a bike? What? Kids don't ride bikes no more?
No, that's wild, right?
What the
We
hell?
used to we used to
They
grab
don't
bikes
ride
and
the bikes
stuff
no
like
more.
that
They
from the
they into their
neighborhood.
phones, their games. They stay in the door. They don't want to go out the door. They say it's too hot, and they want to stay
Yeah,
inside all day.
Mm, please.
exactly.
I
And the
stayed
crazy
outside
part
for
about
so
it,
long.
what's crazy about it too? They got a great answer for it too. They do. They're highly intelligent. It's like, and it makes you think like, dang, why we were outside like that then? You know what I'm saying?
But
They be
it's the
real smart
parents
with it.
too. It's the parents too, because a lot of times I know like we don't want our kids outside because there's crazy people in the world, right?
Right.
So you figure you keep them inside, you keep them entertained. But what happens is when I was growing up, I would see different kids. I was homeschooled, but I would see different kids and I didn't see a lot of overweight kids, right? But
Yeah.
now it is a problem with overweight kids because they are staying in the house because we feel like if they're in the house, they're protected from those weirdos outside, which is it's a valid reason to keep them inside and entertained. But they need to go outside. They need to socialize. Yeah, so yeah, I went and bought him a bike. Me and him, we rode our bikes. He had fun. He said it's hot. I said keep riding. It'll be all right.
Sweating and stuff. Can I, thinking about the tablet and stuff?
Yeah,
Yeah.
keep riding. Yeah, we gonna stay outside. Be okay. I know it's hot outside. I don't know where y'all are, but like I'm in Georgia, so I know it's hot outside. But I'm not gonna let him get too overheated. We had water. We're gonna play outside.
We in FLA, yeah. It's hot too. It's been raining. So like days that they have to stay in, it's like we have no choice. Let them play on the tablet and phones.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Florida big. Oh, I went to Miami. That was in July, and I got sunburnt on my foot. Black as I am, I said, I know. What the heck? I got
Uh,
sunburnt. Yeah, on my foot at the beach.
at
Miss Mika,
South
where you
Beach,
from?
yeah.
Oh, she didn't hear me. Miss
He's shit.
Mika,
I'm here,
where you from?
Florida.
You sound so sweet. You might trick me, but you sound so sweet.
Yeah, she is.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And I know, Doctor, you from somewhere East Coast, right?
Yep, you got it.
Yeah, I can pick up on your accent. Let me see. Let's see where you from. You from New York,
Yep,
but
Staten
but
Island.
you're but you're not but you're not from Brooklyn, right?
No, Staten Island. It's like an island on its own, minutes away from everywhere.
Oh,
So it's like its own
To-
area, own out. Like you
yeah,
literally have to take like a ferry to get there.
my
totally
friend
different
that's
people.
my friend that's from Far Rockaway, he always said, "Oh, the island, those people they stuffy." I said, "What do you mean they stuffy?" He said, "They bougie over there at the island." I said, "Okay."
Yeah. They
So yeah, I can
definitely
tell you
are.
wasn't from like those boroughs because I can tell by your accent. It's not like it's like thick, thick. You know how to be thick. Some
Mhm.
people, yours is not like thick like that.
No. Let's
Well,
get over here.
hope everybody's having a good evening. This is a good topic. We're on relationships. We're on different things on relationships, singleness, building. You know, we're talking about having that friend, if it's good or bad to have that good friend or not in the relationship. So I love the evening. I salute y'all. It
Yeah,
came,
so
it panned out like exactly how I wanted it to pan out tonight. So salute everybody on the panel.
Thank you.
This is what I wanted to hear. It's like I heard this in the afternoon, like this voices like of speaking of all this stuff today. So it was done. Everybody was meant who was supposed to speak on here was meant to be here.
yeah, I saw the title. I was like, oh, I got excited. I was like, okay, King is on
Yeah.
it.
We got new subscribers, so I can't um I'm changing everything. It's like they're pouring in here. I already saw like what's gonna end up be. See, like how when you catch views, the views are still running till it's finished. This was going on with my subscribers. I know I got like two thousand or something more, but it's like real slow. I'm getting numbers like I'll get like 50 to 70 a day.
Okay.
Mika's always hit me up. She said, look how many subscribers you got today." You know, so she's staying on them. We're trying to reach 1,000, y'all. I'm,
So
I'm
you
already
said you're getting like 50 to 70 subscribers a day?
yeah,
That's insane. That is so good.
That is
yeah,
real good. And I'll tell my friend she has a YouTube channel. So I'll tell
uh-huh.
her to come over here and check you out. Matter of fact,
She can.
yeah. She's Belle's, oh my God, Belle's, is it Belle's plus three or four? I can't think which one it is. But yeah, I'll tell them to come over here and check you out and subscribe and stuff
That,
like that.
that'd be cool. Come on over.
Hmm.
It's cool. Like I like any sector can come over here. It's not like this is like one of those channels where like we're so private. You gotta come in here with a code. You know what I'm saying? Like finger gang. This is not no finger gang. This is a intelligent organization that I'm building within ourselves that's gonna help others. And that's what I'm helping others in their relationships, marriages and everything like that. It's part of giving back, you know, like whatever, like, y'all heard about my previous, thing I was going through. It's part of giving back still, I still got to give back. So, like,
Oh,
everything when it comes to the earth and you supposed to, like, man and woman supposed to plenish the earth and everything like that. If that didn't accomplish well, so you hold accountability. I start speaking about it, like mistakes and such, you know, and just be tough about it. Let them, you know, put their own judgment on it, whatever. As long as if you put it in the universe that your heart is right and that's why, people come towards your way. So, and I salute and I continue to keep my head up and, strive and I pray and I like want the best for anybody that come on my channel. I don't care if we had beef or whatever. You come in my bushes and stuff like that. I pray that whatever you guys leave, that you leave in good senses and good things start happening. So get on that wavelength, and have a good heart. So that's where I'm at on this channel. It's not like on no. Now I play some gangster music. I still love my gangster music. It's just part of my personality. But that, it's for the youth too, to gravitate to them. Like, hey, what I'm saying, like you playing some stuff, let me check them out. So that's where I be, and it's working. I got there's some teens that be listening. They be listening behind the scenes. You can tell through your analytics through the YouTube studios. They show you, and you continue to study that. The charts and stuff, and it's working. The channel's building up. It's building
That's
up, y'all, and
good.
I thank y'all. Y'all part of it, and
Oh, you're welcome.
salute.
I can't see you having no beef. You too laid back. I cannot see that. I mean, well, I'm nice too, but I can. People can piss me off and make me mad. I just can't see you just having no beef unless somebody just really like bothering you. I don't see you going start no beef. I mean, I don't even know you like that, but you just don't. I don't know. I don't get that vibe from you.
Thank you, thank you. That was Scott. You ever been accused of beef when somebody else had beef in their previous life, and they try to bring the beef to you, and they're trying to like point you out, like trying to see if you're gonna have beef with them? I've been there
That's so,
too.
that's so stupid. I'd be like, that's between y'all. That don't got nothing to do with me and you. Why?
Yeah, like your insecurities and whatever, like just like men go through that too now. Men go through like insecurities where a woman hurt them, and so they try to lock the woman up, and I'm talking about like get her pregnant and get her like she can't go nowhere type theme and stuff like that. A lot of men are like that too to these women. So
Uh-huh.
I'm teaching men, lighten up. I'm teaching women it's okay, and I just need y'all to help me with that. Like there's gonna be women, there's gonna be men listening to this. Even the replay. And just be sure that your voice is heard. Like to bring some encouraging words or your angle of what you experience or somebody else experienced. Just bring it to the table. It'll help. It'll help anybody. They listening.
Yeah.
I've had people come on my IG and and break down. Saying that thank you for bringing up certain topics and stuff that they might be going through in their relationship. And there was a man that she was getting abused. A man was abusing her and stuff, beating her, and so I had to coach her on that. You know, um, one thing a woman will put up with. I mean, she won't put up with. She'll get beat. She'll get everything. But if he cheats on her, I've seen women, turn up like from that black eye to wanting to leave and fight him back. So you women are being abused out there and stuff like that, and you want to set yourself free, and you know that you don't like that man to be with anybody. Check his phone, check his background. There's reasons why. Because some of them are so guilty, they'll beat the woman because you ever somebody's. I saw you steal that, but come and get mad at you because you caught them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Make you feel guilty. I've been there.
yeah,
I've been through an abusive relationship. I know exactly what you're talking about. But sometimes getting out of abusive relationships, you may know the steps, and it's easier said than done. Because when you're in a relationship like that, you need a village. You need someone else besides yourself.
yes,
If
you
you are
do.
in an abusive relationship, so you most definitely like, yeah, you need somebody else. But it's easier
And
said than
that's
done
why I'm
when you
saying
get
they
out
reach out to me. Exactly. Let me hold on. Like, so they reach out to me
there.
because they can't talk to nobody on the outside, and they need strangers to
Right.
consult them to because they try talking to everybody else, and they like the guy could be a good guy and stuff, but behind the scenes is a terrible doofus. So it happens. It
Yeah, a lot of
happens.
times.
Yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead.
A lot of times when you talk to somebody you don't know, it's easier because like they can't judge you. They don't know nobody you know, so they can't go back and
Yeah.
tell it. It sounds like talking to a
Exactly.
psychiatrist or a counselor. They don't know anybody, Go to
Yes.
psychiatrist.
Exactly.
Yeah, it might be a thing where they might be really embarrassed, that they've either let it go this far or they've encountered different situations. Um, and it's a little unfortunate, for everybody that's involved. But I think the best thing to do is, if you are in that type of situation, obviously pray first,
Yes.
and you have to be ready to get out of that circumstance. Like nobody really could say anything to you, for you to leave. Uh, I haven't been put in that situation, but I've been involved with people that have encountered that, some family members, some friends, and it's hard to watch, but they really have to leave when they are ready to leave. And I think it takes quite some time for a person to actually leave those situations before coming back, to really
Yes.
just leave. So,
Right.
Yeah.
It is embarrassing. Sometimes people are embarrassed, but a lot of women, I think we're scared of like what we're gonna do, where we're gonna go. So don't be ashamed if you have to live in your car, if you have to go to a shelter. Don't be ashamed of that. You do not. And I think
Yeah.
that's what
For
be
sure.
fair a lot of times.
absolutely. Especially
Yeah.
if you
I've
have
seen one.
kids, you got to think about the kids.
Yes.
It's not about you. You got to think about those kids.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yup. Well, y'all, I'm finna start closing up. I salute y'all. Thank you for coming up. Um, any more questions? Any more things y'all want to talk about? Anything before I'm not gonna, could be that
No, I
last
just
word.
want to say thank you, King and Miss Mika and Miss Doctor, for having me. It was nice talking to y'all.
No
You're
Thank
problem.
you.
welcome.
Thank you. Nice to have you. Thank you for stopping up and coming on a panel.
Yes, you're welcome to come up. You definitely have a voice, so you can come up anytime with us.
Okay, y'all have a good night. Mommy duty for me in the morning with these kids, okay?
All right.
Okay.
Good night.
I'll have some duties
Bye.
in the morning, but
Yeah, bye.
All right. Good night, guys.
good
Well,
night.
salute everybody. I'm gonna play a song and get up out of here and work. Look, everybody got to go to work tomorrow.
Hmm.
That's all.
Hmm.
All right. Well, much love and salute.
Hey, Chris, give me a little auto tune. Give me a little bit, bro. That's cool. Hey, you wanna know what's crazy? Me and my niggas used to be talking about like how we gonna make it out the hood, like what we gonna do with the money and shit. And it was like one day my big brother told me like, you gonna make it out this shit. So I just took that and ran with it. Hey.
Baby, I just can't fuck. I did not come here to love, no. Everybody who was hate, middle fingers are like fuck y'all. Tell my niggas every day, everybody ain't like us, no. Wanna know why you ain't around? That's because I don't trust y'all. No, they mad as hell because the kid made it. Bitches on my dick because the kid famous. Word around town that I be lacking. 30 papa, they don't know the kid thing. Handgun on every nigga that I came. Run up on me, I had to make a fame. I done had plans, had to rearrange. Say he had a name, well, we had to change. He wasn't thinking right, so we left him brain. Baby, I just can't fuck. I did not come here to love, no. Everybody who was hate, middle fingers are like fuck y'all. Tell my niggas every day, everybody ain't like us, no. Wanna know why you ain't around? That's because I don't
I
trust
do this
y'all.
shit for all my kinfolks. Cause family matters, Laura Winslow. You make it hard when it's so simple. I might just pull up in a rental. We know so we ride in the window. I might just pop up me no pinto. These streets will make you go mental. I wish a nigga would like pencil. That's when shit ain't get ugly and shit. We pull up shooting everybody but babies. Leave you swimming in your blood, but this ain't Treyway. That's your bitch, I hit it first, but I ain't Ray J.
Baby, I just can't fuck. I did not come here to love, no. Everybody who was hate, middle fingers are like fuck y'all. Tell my niggas every day, everybody ain't like us, no. Wanna know why you ain't around? Just because I don't trust y'all. Ay, why name me out mouth and we do not discuss y'all. I'm a wavy ass nigga, they gon' hate on me, brush off. He ain't cut from this fucking family tree, just branch off. And if a nigga got a problem, then them problems will get solved. I don't even know what I did to them, yo. Ballin', I don't even need a gym, yo. Let them cross me over, let's just in the gym, yo. Baby, I just can't fuck. I did not come here to love, no. Everybody who was hate, middle fingers are like fuck y'all. Tell my niggas every day, everybody ain't like us, no. Wanna know why you ain't around? That's because I don't trust y'all.
Salute to all my mods, Promo Doctor, Mika, Grandma Love, and so on. You know, continue to support the channel. I much love y'all and have a good night. Salute.